Every so often I go through my safe and I remembered I had one stuck in the attic. I needed to move some stuff to my safe deposit box at the bank. And today I actually came up with a really good example to tell you just how important it is to have gold in your portfolio. So as I open this up here, you'll see I've got a lot of currency from trips all over the world. I like to collect old cash and currency, or new currency for that matter, from trips I've been on. There's some random gold in there. On the right, what I've done is taken out exactly 630 US dollars, which is exactly what I purchased this gold bar, 1 ounce Pamp Suisse Gold Bar for in 2006. These have both been sitting in there. The $630 is a reminder to me of what I paid for this one gold bar. And in today's video, I'm gonna tell you what happened to the value of both the stack of currency and the 1 ounce gold bar. Now, before we go too much further, let me just tell you that this was my first ever investment in gold. And again, I bought this in 2006 and it cost me the $630 that I just showed you. This tiny little 1 ounce Pamp Suisse gold bar is now worth almost $2,000. Yes. Time of recording, the summer of 2023, that's its worth right now. This precious metal is highly liquid and tradable. And while I bought this asset before I held gold and silver inside of my own retirement account, this is one of the IRA eligible metals that you can purchase inside of your retirement account, which I'll get into later in this video. Now, while this little piece of metal has over tripled in value since my time of purchase, unfortunately, the rest of my retirement assets, including cash, stocks, real estate, and mutual funds, not. Now, putting this all in perspective, according to the CPI inflation calculator, the US dollar has lost over 34% of its purchasing power since the time I purchased this little asset right here. Meaning that if I held the equivalent in cash, which I just showed you in the safe, I would need north of $971 today to have the same purchasing power and value that I did in 2006 with the same 630 American dollars used to buy this, which is now worth $2,000. So all the cash that I showed you collected dust in the safe and was set for safekeeping just to hold on to for later. It lost 34% of its value. This tiny little gold bar by Pamp Suisse over tripled in value, all while sitting right next to each other in the same exact safe. You guys, I can tell you with a lot of regret, it pains me to know that a huge part of my net worth, my retirement savings, did not grow like this bad boy right here. But I learned from my mistake and now hold a lot of this and other eligible precious metals inside of my self-directed IRA. We talk about that a lot on this channel, so let's get more into it. But before we do that, let's talk about the Pamp Suisse Gold Bar, a little bit of history about it. Pamp Suisse is a world-renowned precious metals refinery and mint. Pamp also produces one of the most prominent brands of bullion bars available, this guy right here, the Pamp Fortuna series. If you can see the back here, you can see that's exactly what I'm holding right here. Now, they're headquartered in Switzerland. However, they've got offices worldwide, including in New York City and several other locations, even in India, which is a huge buyer of gold. Now, Pamp manages a gold and silver refinery and maintains clients worldwide. They were established originally in 1977. However, in 1981, Pamp was acquired by MKS SA and business continued to grow. MKS SA still owns the brand today. Now, as I've told you, Pamp is a highly renowned provider of gold, silver, platinum, palladium, and even rhodium bars for retail and wholesale markets. In addition to providing products to individual retail investors like myself here, the company also provides a number of services to larger clients, including banks and governments. They produce a number of the bullion blanks used to buy government mints and financial institutions to produce coins and even bars. Renowned for maintaining Switzerland's high standards for bullion quality, along with a large selection of products to choose from, Pamp is a must-have brand for any precious metals investor. I just told you what this did in the last 17 years. It's absolutely incredible. Now, we all know that banks and governments are a step ahead of us, right? I'll be the first to say that. And they hold a lot of money in gold reserves. So why doesn't the average American? According to a Gallup survey I read, the interest in acquiring gold peaks with age, as it should. Over 31% of people over the age of 65 own gold, which tells me that the age-old theory that the older we get, the wiser we get. But make no mistake, there is no time like the present to add precious metals to your portfolio. I just showed you what happened to these investments here from '06. Now is the time. To give you a comparison, only 18% of the population aged between 18 and 29 years old holds gold. But if you can find yourself caring about your net worth at any age, you'd be wise to allocate just 5 to 20% of your assets in precious metals like these, simply based on the historical trends of this rare alternative asset, helping keep people's finances intact through the most turbulent economic times. I don't know about you, but I'm seeing a ton of turbulence right now. My investments are all over the place, and we're just a year ahead of the most important election our nation has ever seen. In contrast, according to the World Gold Council, Indian households held over 25,000 tons of gold in 2019 and this represented a staggering 40% of that nation's huge populace's wealth. Now, China is the second largest consumer of gold, and gold's been a symbol of wealth and a significant currency throughout history. It remains absolutely essential in today's economy, as I showed you right here with this example, particularly as a hedge against these things right here, and as a safe haven asset in turbulent times. Now, this article delves into the specifics of gold ownership in America in an aim to shed light on the average American's relationship with the precious metal. Now, whether you purchase this exact gold bar or others of similar value that are IRA eligible, you need to take a closer look at your portfolio and see if you are positioned for what's ahead. This right here, that's not anything that's going to position me well. This right here, it's always going to have its value. Financial minds like Robert Kiyosaki of Rich Dad and Poor Dad are predicting the value of gold and silver to double and even possibly triple in the next 18 months alone. It's all over the internet. People I talk about all the time. It's everywhere. Now, would you rather roll the dice in the casino of the stock market that it's become, or sprinkle just a little bit of your wealth into this time-tested investment, knowing what's ahead? This one I bought in 06 tripled in value. You saw what the dollar did. For me, that made the decision very easy. If you're new to precious metals investing, you can leverage our 20+ years of covering this market and get matched up with a company that can help you add precious metals to your retirement account, or even just make direct purchases you can store in your own safe like I did. Either way, prepare yourself for what's ahead and get educated by grabbing a free investing kit, courtesy of the companies that Greg and I have personally vetted in our combined 20+ years of covering precious metals. There's a link below with a quiz. You can take that quiz and get matched up with a company based on your investment needs. Make sure you do your homework. You'll get a free packet of information no matter who you match up with. Super eye-opening. If this example wasn't a good example enough, they'll show you even further examples of what the power of precious metals is. Happy investing? Please drop a like in this video and subscribe to see more videos like this.